Well, hello there guys. Today we're going to be doing a review on the game Intelligence Trader. Essentially in this game you are a spy or a group of spies during the Cold War, and you're trying to purchase and sell intelligence to, complete certain missions, events, etc. Now, right away I notice some major issues with this game. Number one, there is a reset progress button over here, but there's really no suggestion that it would be here. It's kind of weird. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game. So let's jump in. Initially, we have a bunch of different missions that we have to complete. And to complete these missions, you need to basically research these specific technologies in the country being suggested. So let's try, for instance, supporting the socialists in Italy. To get this, we need to get data for heads of state, general staff, intelligence agencies, and internal affairs, as well as economy. Now, this is the somewhat cool part of the game. We can go to any of the highlighted countries, and we've got a set of agents here. So what we want to do now is take these agents and essentially place them in places where we want to get information, and they'll start generating intelligence. So we'll get some information on the head of state, military-industrial complex, intelligence agencies, internal affairs, etc. And over time, we can slowly start building this network of agents up. As you can see, they're already trying to infiltrate the area, and they're going to get information. Once we get some money, we can actually start purchasing new agents to start accomplishing these missions in other areas. We also have a news thing that pops up here. Gives us some idea of what's going on around the world, and you want to try and obviously keep your guys in the countries where things are going down. You want to be part of the ever-changing world. Now, let's go back to France. I'll show you guys the market. So the market we only get once we unlock intelligence, but these are the different agents we can purchase. And as you can see, each one has a different specialty as well as a different price, and over time you can increase the skill points of your agents here. It's also going to increase, though, their salary, their specialty, and their current whereabouts are going to be known to you, although you should probably write it down, just to be sure. Down here you've got all the current whereabouts just in case you need to take a look at them. But once we get enough information, we can actually sell this information, make some money off of it, and potentially change the outcome of a country. So for instance, you can overthrow Fidel Castro over time if you do enough intelligence there, etc. That being said, there's a lot of issues with the game. A lot of, I guess you could say, blank spots that I just don't understand. I mean, as an example, you've got all these agents. It's really fascinating. I like that they've gotten a lot of different pictures, pretty cool stuff, but there's no enemy agents. There's never an enemy agent that kills one of your agents, or there's never a risk of being caught with one of your agents. You're pretty much just sitting here waiting for your guys to gather intelligence. Every now and again, you can jump back into your agent pool and you can increase one of their skills, making them gather intelligence a bit easier, etc. For instance, Fausto Pereira here, we can go ahead and increase his skill points. Oh no, he hasn't unlocked the skill yet, but they're unlocking intelligence points. Now when we go to the market, we're going to have different forms of intelligence here from Italy that our agents have unlocked. And we can sell it to our country of choice. This is of course going to affect our opinion with either the Soviet Union or the NATO-based countries. It was NATO-based countries that are supporting the United States. So basically this is how it works, and over time you're going to keep unlocking intelligence. The problem arises when you start to realize, by the way guys, over here on the left is the zoom forward, that there's really not much beyond that, and that's where this game kind of leaves me hanging, honestly. I think that they could do so much more with this. I think this is a great template for a game in the future. But if you just look at the game and you play the game, you start to notice that there's really not much to it. Your guys are gathering intelligence in certain countries, and you can certainly start passing them around. You can take them away from this country, put them in other countries. But there's no real spy feeling to the game. There's no enemy agents, there's no specific combat missions or anything like that. There's no attempts at assassination unless they're part of a mission that's part of the campaign, and every single mission is more or less the same. You're basically trying to unlock the specific intelligence parameters here for each mission. So I like that. I think that's pretty neat. But again, there's just so much lacking in this game. It almost feels to me like an artist, right, with a really nice starting draft on a painting, and you're like, man, this painting looks great, it's going to be amazing, but they never finish it. It just kind of sits there. It's sort of like one of Van Gogh's paintings, it's Van Gogh's unfinished works, I should say, where he was able to get like a really nice rough draft and just never followed through. And that's how I feel this game works. There's just no follow through. We go over here, we can purchase some more agents. So we can go ahead, we can hire these guys and we can send them out to different countries, depending on what we want to do. So I'm not saying that the game, oh look, we even have a dog. I'm not saying that the game is bad. It's not. It's just I think that for what we see here, there could be a lot more, like a lot more in this game. So once you understand that it's really what it claims to be, intelligence trader, your whole job is to sell intelligence to countries and accomplish missions by selling this intelligence. But in terms of like a spy game, conflicts between spies or even between countries, it's only going to be represented in the news and in your completed missions. You're not actually going to see a change, and that to me is huge, man. That really hurts. I think as a final, I'm going to give this game a 6 out of 10. I think this could easily be an 8 out of 10 with some additions, but right now, this is a 6 out of 10, and I'm being generous, okay? I think if you like Cold War games, you're probably going to like this one too, but don't expect a huge game. It's got its start in a huge game, it's got a lot going for it, but it's unfinished. It feels unfinished to me. All I'm doing here is putting agents everywhere and waiting for this to be completed so that we gather that intelligence. I'd like some other options. I'd like some enemy agents to pop up that my agents have to fight or escape from. I'd like my agents to get arrested by the country's police force. I'd like to have to try and get my agents out, maybe do some missions where I need to take certain agents and dedicate them to a life or death mission. See, then I can actually lose these agents and there's actually a risk. So far in the game, there's no risk. You're making profit, you're buying more agents. All you're really doing is just over time purchasing more agents and placing them everywhere. There's never anything that's going to affect you and make you lose the game. So that's really my 10 cents for the game itself. I want to thank the company for providing me a copy, and I hate not giving great reviews to a company that provides me copies of their games, but I'm not going to lie, and I just see this as a great starting point. Don't get me wrong, a great starting point, but a lot of left out stuff. It feels like an unfinished game is what it feels like. It feels like that has the potential to be something incredible, and they've stopped so early. So guys, for the company, please feel free to reach out to me. For the users, I'd love you guys to post down below what you think, your thoughts. And in general, I would recommend you pick this up if you like the Cold War. But if you're looking for, a true intelligence trading-based game, I'm not so sure this is the one to pick up. I'm a little disappointed. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.